Hi, good morning. Fart Simpson here. Welcome to New Forest Morphs. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. We certainly had a great weekend. I've been browsing with Jared and Paul on Morph Market, and we found some amazing snakes. And we've struck up some wonderful deals. I can't wait to share you what we're going to be getting. But we'll do that in a second. But first I'm going to pass you over to Jared and Paul at New Forest Morphs. See you soon.
Thank you very much, Fart Simpson. And yeah, the fart's actually spot on. We've been doing a little bit of window shopping, Jared. And as you know, it's been a very successful one because we've connected with 3 or 4 different breeders, and we're actually buying in some of our best projects. And we want to give a shout out to the following breeders, so let me just give you their logo. The first one is Archie, and Archie is got a lovely business. He's been doing this for quite a while, Jared. If you want to zoom in on his logo, he has sold us 2 snakes, and very, very grateful for his support. He even was doing it from holiday, Jared. He was that dedicated. Lovely guy, someone that I could recommend doing business with. He's got some fantastic genetics, and let me just show you what we're buying from him, Jared. So the first one I think I'll show you here. If you zoom in on this one, I'm not sure whether I can go that way with it, but let me just see if I can get it up pretty big. Can you zoom in on that one, Jared? And you've got to try and guess the genetics of what we're getting there. What would you say, Jared?
I already know. The pastel desert goose clown.
Absolutely, and it's a female. She's a 2024, and she is 400 grams, and I think that she's a beautiful, beautiful snake. But also we've got a second snake that we're buying, and there you go, Jared, have a zoom in on that one. And that one is a pied double het female, and she's double het for desert ghost and clown. So we've got a 3-way recessive there. Having the visual pied is very helpful because then the odds come in our favour. So if we had triple het to triple het, we'd have 1 out of 64. If you have a visual pied with a double het girl and we put the right boy to her, those odds will come in our favour, Jared. So if we can get a visual clown that is het for pied and het for DG, you'd end up with 1 out of 16 instead of 1 out of 64. So you can see the power of actually having that extra genetic in your triple recessives. And so thank you very much, Archie. Go give him a follow on Morph Market, and I think he's got a Facebook page as well. He's a lovely person to do business with, very genuine, very kind, and he'll do you a good deal. We feel like we've had a real blessing, and he's been very supportive, Jared. Somebody I want to do business with in the future. And then the other one I'm going to give a shout out is Ian from Wyre Forest Reptiles, and that's his logo, Jared. And we've bought a snake from him as well. If you can zoom in on that one. Okay, now what have we gone for, Jared? You know we've been trying to hit the Exantic Clown project and we're not having too much success hitting the double visual. I thought to improve our odds, we've actually bought an Exantic VPI girl that is got pastel and pinstripe in her, and she is het for clown, and she's a 2019. I'll see if I can get a picture of her up for you. There we go, I've got a picture here. And what I do is when I'm buying snakes from breeders, if I can't inspect them personally, I ask them to send me a picture of their eye, their mouth, their body, their cloaca, and you get a really good idea of exactly the quality. Now you can also see a picture of Ian's facility, how clean it is and organised it is. That's an indicator that you've got a good breeder there. And also because he's from a lovely part of the UK, the Wyre Forest, and we're from the New Forest, I see there's a brotherhood there already. So you can see that she's carrying the Exantic. Now I might be able to find a better picture of that one for you. Let's see if I can find this one as well. This is she had babies in February this year, and that's her clutch babies. So you can see what she produces. We're planning to put, what are we going to put to her, Jared? We were talking about options. Was it Galileo?
Yeah, Galileo. So super pastel, double het.
Yeah. And what that will do is it will bring down the odds from 1 out of 16 to 1 out of 8. And so we want to just improve our chances, because the reality is 1 out of 16 is hard to hit. We've tried 2 years and not managed to hit them. The other thing is that when we sex these, Jan, if we have a look at the pastel exantic clutch that we had last week, we've got all these options that some of them will prove out to be het. So for example, this one took its first mill, and that's a super pastel VPI exantic 66% het for clown. Now if that proves out to be a boy and he proves out to be het clown, then you know what's going to happen is we'll get him up to size and we'll put him to that girl. But
even better would be these.
A better option would be using a pastel clown. Now why would you use a pastel clown het VPI instead, Jared? What's the rationale for that?
It just means it's a visual to a het on both sides rather than a het to a het.
Okay.
If you use the exantic, everything will be exantic.
Yeah.
But the chance of hitting a clown goes down
to 66%.
and you get possible hets.
So you end up
this
with
way you get 100% hit.
Okay, there's a good strategy, guys. So when you're working out your pairings, it's better to go clown het exantic to exantic het clown, and that way you still get 1 in 4 odds of actually hitting your target, but you end up with less possibilities in the rest of the clutch. You end up with 100% het for clown, 100% het for exantic, because one of the pairs is a double visual. You haven't got to spend 50 quid on a shed test. So when you're doing your pairings, now a lot of people are starting to prepare for next season, Jared. I've got friends that are doing fantastic deals at the moment. They're buying in a lot of breeder girls and boys, particularly the new breeders that are getting back in, and they're super excited about the projects going ahead. One of the strategies that I adopt in negotiation, which is something that could help anyone else that's negotiating, is that when you're doing your research, have a look at the global market, including the US and Europe, and see exactly what deals to be had out there. Now, what I found that a couple of the other breeders were offering good deals to me, and basically, as I was discussing the options to buy a snake, I asked the breeders if they were willing to do a price match to a competitive snake breeder for a very similar snake, and you'll find that a lot of the breeders that want to do business are willing to do a price match. So I managed to do a couple of good price matches, and I think when it came to the exantic girl, Ian was very kind enough to do us a combined price including the shipping. That goes a long way to me, because that shows that they care about us, and that's why I wanted to give them both a shout out, because the experience of buying from them was very good. Obviously with the snakes haven't come here yet, but when they come here and they go into quarantine, we'll then give you the proper visual shout out for them and a proper visual representation of what we've got in front of us. But that I'm super excited about, Jared, because that's going to catapult our projects forward by saving us 3 or 4 years of effort, and we've done it on a really reasonably priced budget, Jared, and we're very grateful for the support that these breeders are giving us to help us move our projects. The other support that we're feeling, and I want to give out a couple of shout outs, because we've got David last week very kindly offered some free snakes to new breeders, Jared, and he's going to send me a list of the snakes that he's got available. But off the back end of that video, we've had 2 other families come forward, friends of ours, who have also offered some free snakes, and I've got a lovely picture from a lovely family, Kaz and James, who are coming to see us in September, and they've got some nice snakes which they're offering as freebies, and I think all you have to do is pick up, or let me know if they come in September. They'll bring the snakes. If you want to pick up some free snakes from them, let me explain the snakes that they're giving away, so you can at least then see what's available. This is only for new breeders getting into the hobby. If you're an established breeder, you won't be able to participate in this particular generosity, because I think established breeders have got themselves established. And I think here we've got a picture of a chocolate pastel pin, and I think is it a boy? Let me just see if it's a boy. So there's the list of the ones that James and Kaz are willing to give away. Again, very generous of them. You can zoom in on that list, Jared. Okay, so if you want to get into the chocolate gene, they've got a chocolate pastel pin, and I think it's a proven breeder boy, is it, Jared? Have I got that right?
Yep.
And they sent me a picture of that one because we don't have chocolate in our collection, and I was thinking chocolate would be nice to get into the collection, but also I'm thinking about 1 or 2 new breeders. There you go, there's the chocolate and pin together, and that's the chocolate pin, that's the boy, and then you can see what it looks like in the tub. So if you're interested in the chocolate genetic and you would like a free gift from James and Kaz, do let me know, and they'll bring them in September. And if you want to pick up from my facility, you can, or you can go up and see them and pick up the snakes and go and visit the family. So whichever way you want to go, that's that one. And then this morning I got a lovely phone call from Melissa and Mark at Lavish. And by the way, Jared, we've got stickers over here. We've got plenty of stickers. I want you to have a look at the sticker board, because on here we've got a few nice logos that I wanted to share. So here we've got, going to get back into sticker swaps. I know that Rich is going to do some at Predator BP. He's getting back into it. But this is the one I wanted to show you. So we've got the Devorian Family Royals. That's their logo. They're based obviously down in Kent. And you can see that they've got a lovely snake in the castle as well, which is lovely. And coming back to Mark and Melissa, I'm just wondering whether we've got a sticker from Mark and Melissa. Maybe we need to do a sticker swap with them. Have we got one from Mark and Melissa yet? I don't think we have.
No.
No, we'll have to see if Mark and Melissa, maybe if you've got one, guys, send us one down. Or in fact, Mark and Melissa are going to come down and see us as well, Jad. And they said they can bring some free snakes as well. And I'm going to show you the ones that they've got, which are really interesting. It's the splatter gene that I think it's supposed to be really good, but I haven't actually seen it myself and seen the appearance. But she's got a couple of, Mark and Melissa, I'll show you what they've got, and it might be of interest. And they sent me a copy of it's a popcorn male splatter yellow belly het clown boy, which is available as a free gift. Okay, so you end up with splatter clowns with yellow belly in. It doesn't have lace. They were hoping it would be lace because of the popcorning. They did a genetic test in Europe, and it was the yellow belly that was causing the popcorning. And I think there's been a lot of discussion as to whether you've got lace. And just because there's popcorn doesn't guarantee lace, because the yellow belly can do it.
We've had some.
We just sold Your Beautiful Girl Toast and that, and we believe it's yellow belly in there. And we've got other snakes that we thought had lace, and they're probably yellow belly, Chad.
Yeah.
So I'll show you another picture of the splatter het clown. There's another one there if you're interested. And I think there's a pair, there's a breeding pair, and I think it's boy and girl. Let me just check that, make sure I've got that right. So that's good. Now also they've got a beautiful project. I believe the project which they are into, Jad, which we're not into yet, but we were going to do a collaboration with Mark and Melissa. Have a look at that genetic, see if you can guess what's in there. And Mark and Melissa are very kind to say we can do a collaboration with them, but it's a high-end luxury snake.
It's very cool. I have no idea what it is though.
Stranger. We're getting into Stranger with Mark and Melissa's help.
Nice. Do
a collaboration with them. And I'll give you a couple of examples. There's the close-up picture. There's a Firefly Stranger, I think it's het clown. Let me just see if I've got anything else in there. So there we go, and you can see breeder of luxury. You can see their logos at the back. See the logo? So thank you, Mark and Melissa, for your generosity and for offering some free snakes. And there's the best picture out in the garden where you can see the light on it naturally. I think it's an insanely beautiful genetic, Jad. Stranger, when we went to see Gav, he had a Stranger clown that I fell in love with. I thought, cool, we've got to get Stranger into our clowns. So to me, that's a no-brainer, and having a lovely family to help us in that project, we are very, very grateful. And it's all about building those relationships, because doors open for each other, and that's lovely. I've also got other friends that have got some seriously exciting stuff that they want to share with us as well, Jared, which I'll tell you another time. But we've been doing a lot of shout-outs, but I must admit I do want to actually give Mark and Callum a shout out, because they've actually got new stickers and they've got new t-shirts, and they sent me a picture of what they've been up to, and let me see if I can find those. There you go, there's their new stickers. So we're going to do, they're coming in 2 weeks. That's the sticker that's coming. So Chepstow Bulls, Mark and Callum, good friends of ours, go and give them some love. They've got a Instagram, I believe, and they're on the Morph market. Haven't put anything out there yet because they're still waiting for their clutch to arrive. And they've also done t-shirts, Jar. They've done some t-shirts, and they've asked you for your size as well. They're giving us a t-shirt each, so we're going to do a t-shirt. We've already given them our t-shirts. They're going to bring us some t-shirts. They're also going to bring me some Welsh flights for darts. I'm a dart player, so that's the back and front. So they're not slacking on the back, so they've got those in place. And the other exciting thing is that Nene's showing and actually modelling the t-shirt, so you can see that she's modelling her size. They do children's sizes, so a lovely family to connect with. And the other good news is that Callum has, and there you go, there's Nene. Callum has found a car, Jared, so he'll be driving to us when he passes tests. And look what he's gone for. New car from Callum, at the end of September it's coming. How nice is that?
Nice. I don't know what it is though.
It is, I'll tell you what it is. Well, you can see it from there.
Nice interior.
Yeah. So not bad for a 17-year-old. I feel like when I was 17, I wasn't even driving at 17. It's amazing what kids can do nowadays.
Nice.
But that's his new car. I'm not sure what it is actually. There you go. Fabia hatchback. There you go. Skoda. That's the details on it. So, and that's the outside look of the car. So well done, Mark and Callum, for sourcing the right car.
It looks like an Audi.
It's absolutely lovely. And then you've got Mark, he likes his outdoor sports. He likes his clay pigeon shooting. And they sent me a video, which is quite funny. Just look at this video.
But then you still got another 10 to do.
No, we'll do something different then.
I'm going to say, but he's still got another 10 he's finished now.
You next.
Yeah, he's done all of his 50.
Has he?
Yeah, there.
Oh.
There you go. But they're having a great time, and I think they're celebrating one of their son's birthdays. But this is the thing I wanted to share with everyone, because they've managed to pick up. They're going to build a facility, and they're doing it on an amazing budget, Jared. You want to see this? Now, Mark is a dry liner plasterer, so he's going to do all the insulation and plastering inside. And if you look carefully at that, this is the deal they're getting. It's big enough for their collection. They're going to be moving their collection into there, and the price is amazing. I'm amazed by that price. Are you, Jared?
Yeah, it's really
when you
good.
see how much we spent on doing this facility, and ours is brick and solid, but that would be, for anyone that wants
That's
to
really
get a
good.
facility, discounted down from 2,663 half price, 1,332, and it gives you a lot of space for a lot of snakes. So if anyone wants to think about getting into their outdoor space, it looks like an outdoor shed, but they can insulate it and make it really nice. And Mark's a plasterer, so he'll plaster inside and make it look lovely.
That's very cheap.
And a fantastic price. And you can see there's 3 or 4 different options. The slightly bigger options, 1,457, timber built, and then you've also got this one, which is from another thing, free double glazing as well. You get double glazed units in there. So well done, Mark and Callum. Your journey's beginning. We'll come and visit their facility when it's all done, and we'll do a proper shout out for them. But we just wanted to give those people a nice shout out. And then the final shout out, I've got to show off what Nat's doing lately. By the way, she put out a beautiful video about the spirituality of snakes, and I was really touched by that. But Nat's decided to buy a house, and she's decided to build a reptile house next to it. Which I find really funny. Oh, I love their sense of humour. That's their future house plans. But I wanted to also show you the enrichment that she's done here. Now look at this for enrichment, Jared. If you want to get enrichment on there, she did a video on her YouTube channel, and I'll just show you a little snippet of it.
So this is our snake pen, which is one of the pop-up pet pens that we use for the smaller snakes to give them a bit of exercise and roaming time. Obviously you make sure that the house temperature is warm enough for them, so the ambient is about sort of 24, 25, so we're quite warm in here, but the snakes are loving it. We've got little Alaris over there who is exploring. We've got the noodle pool, we've got hide as well, so they have the option. They can obviously get under the towels, but it's all self-contained, and they're just exploring. They've got like logs and plants and toilet roll tubes, which Noodle's gone on ahead once, so they seem to be enjoying it.
How lovely is that, Jared? What a lovely idea. And it's basically one of these little pop-up pens that you use for dogs and cats, but they've adapted it for snakes, and you can buy them very cheap. Put in a towel, put in some hides, put in some enrichment, and you find that if you give your snakes enrichment, they will breed for you better. There's a direct link between enrichment and breeding success. So a lot of people don't touch and they leave them alone. But actually snakes want to come out and they want to explore, they want to stretch. The right level of enrichment, guys, is definitely the way to go if you want to be successful in breeding. And a lot of people might argue with that one and say leave them alone, but every snake different. Some of you will leave alone, but others that need that social interaction, they need that play time, you'll find, it's like our kids. I mean, if we play with, you know, our kids, our grandchildren, you build a relationship and then their behaviour is so much better. If you leave them to just twiddle their thumbs, they're going to get bored and then get into some bad stuff. So it's all about really nurturing those relationships, and to do that. The final shout out before, how much time we've got, Jared?
About 8 minutes.
8 minutes. So the final shout out, and I've got to do this because this is one of our original families that we've been working with. This is Peter and Kelly and their family. Have hit their first Ultramale clowns. Now they gave us the clown het Ultramale boy that gave us our Ultramale clowns, but they said that, Paul, I hope you're well. I thought you might be interested in seeing our new Ultra clown. He seems to be a reduced pattern, not much blushing compared to your buttes, but very interesting for what was expected as a standard Ultramale clown. The father could have been the brother to your male, or the father to your male, as we did a dual side clutch. We're also awaiting a couple of other clutches. Now this is the picture, Jared, just zoom in on this. Really pretty. But it's different to ours. Now what would you say is going on in there? I mean, I've got a rough idea of what's going on, and we've been bouncing ideas, but why is that so different to ours, and what's going on in the genetics?
Is it blade?
Spot on. I think they've got a blade clown. And what it does, blade gives you reduced pattern. And there's a second picture you can see on this side. I think it's a really pretty head stamp, but there's the other example of, now they want to get leopard into there, they want to get some other things going on in there as well.
Snake.
It's a really
Like
pretty snake. So congratulations to Peter and Kelly, and they are wild style reptiles, I think it is, or exotics, I can't remember which one it is now. But lovely people, and we had a really good conversation. I told them that we think there could be Maury in the Ultramale Pied Boy that we bought off them, and we're going to get that shed tested. And speaking to Melissa, I think they're about £50 shed test nowadays. We might just pick up a few of those for the September run. There's a run in September that's going on for shed tests, Jared. So anyone out there that wants to do a shed test, send them to me. We can package them all together and get them off to the right shed tester, and I think it's about 50 quid a go. So if you've got any uncertainty as to what you've got and you want to do a shed test, we can help you with that process to get those moving. Now obviously talking about the Ultramale clowns leads me beautifully onto a girl that we weighed today that is doing absolutely brilliantly, Jared, and it's part of the Ultramale Clown Pie project. Let's get the scales out, let's have a look at her, Jared. She looks beautiful, she's just shed out, and let's just see how far she is. Is she going to be ready for next season is the question. She almost looks like she's got a stranger in her. You know, we talked about a stranger genetic, Jared. Can you imagine putting stranger into this? It already looks wacky, but this is an orange dream. How much does she weigh?
She's 1405.
1405, that's unbelievable. Just look how pretty she is. Okay. She's eating like a trooper. She's a pastel leopard yellow belly. Oh no, she doesn't have orange dream, Jared.
No.
She has yellow belly.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, not quite orange dream. I thought she had orange dream in her. But she is literally 100 grams away from breedable size. Next month we'll check her follicles, and if she's got decent sized follicles, Jared, we'll start breeding with her. And we want to produce that beautiful Ultramale with yellow belly in, with pied and with clown. And we've got to work out which male we're going to put to her there, Jared. So what are our options on males?
You've got Bingo, which is a pastel banana leopard. Was he pastel or was it just banana? Banana leopard.
He's a banana leopard
Clown pied.
Now we've actually done 5 breedings. Have a look at. He's over there with your girl at the moment. Let's see what he's doing.
Nothing.
We're going to just put them together. But we've got that. Now he's a leopard banana
Clown pied.
So if we were to put the leopard banana clown pied to that new girl, we'd end up with clown pieds that will have leopard, yellow belly, banana, pastel in, and there'll be hopefully half of them will be het for Ultramale. Imagine hitting one of those, Jared. And if it's a boy, we can then put that boy in a year's time back to that mother, and we end up with, what are the odds of putting a double het to a triple het?
Don't know.
So if we said double het to double het would be 1 out of 16, So a single het to a triple het would be, I think it's, work it out, I think it'd be 1 out of 16, Jad. So the odds would be a lot better. So can you see how your triple het projects can bring 128 down to a 16 by just getting it right? And that's why we've invested in those new snakes, Jad. So hopefully that makes sense. Now the other breeding pairs we've got, Jad, just have a look and see what other we're breeding.
We've got a Desert Goose Pie project.
To Maria, which is DG Pie. So we're trying to get her going.
Sunset Clown project.
Clown project with OG and Enchi and Super Enchis. And then over here we've got Hercules went to Fern. So we're trying to get some multi-combo fire clowns. You can see they're together. So we've only just put them together, so he's on top of her, which is the right thing to do. That's a good sign. And we've also got Monty for the what you're trying to hit here, Jared?
Highway Clown.
Highway Clowns. So we're trying to get those going. And then Buttercup's the last one. We're trying to get the Exantic hides with Thor is on top of her, and they are hopefully going to produce some yellow belly hides that are 100% het for Exantic. So that's what we're breeding at the moment. In the final few minutes, Jared, I just wanted to pick out a couple of other girls that we've seen growing from last year, and one of them I think, which I'm really excited about, is this one here, because she's the blackhead lavender het pied girl, Arwen, and she's taken 60 gram multis and she's building very quickly. So let's have a look and see what size she's coming in on, and perhaps we can just give her a wage and just see what she's up to. Is she beautiful? So I'm expecting her to be somewhere close to 800. So she won't be breedable this year, but next year we got some firepower. She's het for pied and she's got blackhead and lavender in.
790.
790. So she's not far off, Jad. So that's a really good one to think about and look forward to. We've also got the bamboo girl that's got Exantic in that I'm excited about, which again, she's building nicely. And we've got her sister Shiru that's in shed, but let's just pull her out and see how she's doing. There we go. I think she's doing quite well, Jad. She must be close to 1,000 grams now.
Probably over it.
What we got?
1510.
She's not. So we'll check her follicles next week. She could be in the breeding rotation. Exantic and bamboo go beautifully together, and she could also be het for ultra male as well.
So her dad back to her, I think.
Yeah, her dad was actually, I think it was
Casper.
Casper is a Mojave, I think he's a Mojave bamboo het ultra male and 100% het Exantic. And where is he? Casper, there he is. So he's doing.
We might end up with some bells, but
we will end up with some bells, but I think
we could get some Exantic ultra males.
Absolutely. So there's that fellow there. Now the other girls that are doing well was in your project, Jared. So I think it was the where are we?
Olympia?
It will be the gravel. Now if we look at the gravels, have a look at your gravel girls, how big they're getting, Jared. They're getting quite sized them. So this one here, if we weigh her, she's getting quite big. She's only a 2024 baby, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she's probably over getting close to 800 maybe?
905.
905, so she's doing really well. So whether she'll get up to size for next season depends on what we do over the next 3 months. She's taking 60 gram multis, Jared. And then below her there's a couple of others that are doing quite nicely in size. So your project, which is going to be the Gravel Clown project, Super Gravel Clown project, is going to suddenly take off. She's not
910.
910, so she's doing well. So just moving them up to the adult racks 2 months ago, you can see how quickly they grow once they start moving on to the bigger rats.
30 seconds.
So that'll do it for today. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you to those top breeders that have given us those beautiful snakes for such a good deal. Really appreciate your love and support. Thank you also for the families that are giving the freebies. We wish you well this week. We'll catch up later this week. Bye bye for now.